waiting around for you to call back, pacing around.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you aren't new. Today we are going over my college move-in process. Now I am a sophomore. If you guys want to see my freshman move-in process, please subscribe because I am going to actually be posting that. So this is a sophomore move-in process, which means that I'm moving into either a second year dorm or an apartment, and I decided to choose an apartment. At UMICH, there actually aren't that many apartments or that many dorms available. There is a huge housing shortage in the University of Michigan, and so either you're paying $1,800 per bed, you're finding some cheap apartment that's a little bit far away, or you're actually put into a gamble for a dorm. So it really depends on what your risk tolerance is. Do you want to wait and gamble for a dorm? Do you have the money to pay $1,800 for a bed and share with 5 people? Or are you okay with living a little bit farther away and having your own apartment? I chose the last one, and in my apartment I actually was able to choose a nice apartment for my needs. It has a pool in the back, it's really quiet, it's secluded, it has a parking lot, it has a basement which has storage, and it also has a washing machine. But I'm not doing a tour today, I'm actually just showing you guys my setup. So if you don't know me, my name is Kayla and I'm an out-of-state student. I actually live in New York City, but I attend school at the University of Michigan, Ross School of Business, which means that if I want to move everything from New York to Ross, either I'm spending a shit ton of money or I am moving everything and making a long drive, which is still a shit ton of money, but just a little bit less. Like on a shit ton scale, it's like, it's over here compared to right here. So as an out-of-state student, I will say one of the hardest parts about moving in is traveling and having to move your stuff from point A to point B. It is a lot to find someone to drive you, to do move-in costs and rental costs and rent those cars, or maybe even trying to pay a move-in company, depending on how far you're on, can be extremely expensive. Luckily for me, my dad was able to rent a car, and then we shoved everything in the back of a tiny SUV, and then we made the trip. It actually was a 12-hour drive from New York to Michigan, which is a lot, but it wasn't as unbearable as you may think it is. We did take some stops, we got McDonald's, we listened to music, and overall it was a pretty okay drive. So as long as you have conversation and music to break up that long monotony, I promise you that you will survive. And then once you get into Michigan, it's move-in time. And now I'm going to bring it to my present self, which is going to talk about the entire move-in process. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about welcome week, which is a fun week for all of the freshmen and pretty much all of the years really to go party, meet new friends, and get out of the house. So without further ado, let me stop yapping and pass it to my present self. I gotta get comfy first. Okay. Hi everyone, today I'm going to walk you through me setting up my apartment, but before we get into this is literally the setup. I'm going to take you through every step as someone who is basically moving in by themselves. My mom did help me, but she really isn't a builder, okay? She's not Bob the Builder. She will not pick up a tool, a screwdriver, a wrench. I mean, she won't even look at the instructions. She really did help me organize things and put things away, so don't worry about that. I did not do everything by myself. Editor Kayla here with some extra inclusions. So my mom actually put everything in this closet. I decided to film some more so I can give her some credit. She put everything in this closet. She also put both of these bins in here because these are the bins I had in my college, if you saw that snapshot in the beginning of the video. And she was just super helpful for that. She also folded all of my clothes in here, or all of my linen in here, and she put it up. I messed it up though. I promise she had it looking cute, and then I went in here with my like torturous hands and ruined it, but it gets back to being pretty because that's what she did. And then she also put everything in my closet for me. So she put up and organized the toilet tissue and put those down there. And then she also organized down there, which is just all of my girl products. And I decided to ruin it and make a mess again because that's what I do. But she did help so much. So if you are moving in by yourself, remember that you do have to put things away. Like, yes, you have to build, and yes, you have furniture, and it's so exciting to have new things, but you have to put all of the old things away. She also came and organized my kitchen, which again, I ruined because I'm a monstrous like person, I guess. But she organized our cabinets for us. She put in all of the groceries for us, and she wiped down the cabinets to make sure that nothing was too dusty. She also made her first meal here before I decided to desecrate the kitchen. And when she was here, she organized this beautifully. And again, I went like this, but I promise you I will fix it. But Mom Dukes did come in handy. So like I said, remember that when you're buying new things, you have to put away all the old ones, and that does actually take time. So if you are planning on moving in by yourself, have some grace with yourself, allot some time to actually just put away all the stuff you bought from your old place, wherever you were living, whether that's the summer home that you were living at or back home, or maybe moving in from a dorm. You have to put everything away. But I am going to show you what the process is if you're thinking of moving in by yourself, building all your furniture, shopping smart. I got all of my furniture for my apartment for less than $1,000. I'm going to put you guys on. The links to everything that I built today is going to be in the description. And as you know, I'm going to give a real, raw, and honest review of them. So if you like anything you see in this video and you're like, wait, I want to buy that, I'm not only going to help you understand what the process was of setting it up, especially if you're by yourself, whether or not I like the durability after living here for almost a week, and also whether or not I would recommend doing something better or different now that I've bought everything and set everything up. When we first got here, I decided to pre-order all of my stuff so that it would get here once I've arrived, because no one was going to be in the apartment to pick it up. What that meant is that actually for the first 2 days, we didn't really have anything to build, so we decided to put everything away. But once I did get my first piece of furniture, we got to building because it was go time. My mom was here for about 6 days, so I really had her help to put everything in the cabinets, clean everything. My mom did a deep cleaning for me, and it was great to have that cleaned and everything mopped and vacuumed. Note to self, if you are moving into a new apartment, you need to do a deep clean. There's going to be dust, there's going to be painter's residue, there's going to be, you know, weird pieces of sawdust and bits on the floor because it's a new apartment. Someone just built it for you or just renovated it for you. So that's something to, you know, note when you're going to be moving into that apartment is if it's new, have someone to clean. Side note, and rather notorious note, is that UMICH landlords absolutely are the worst possible beings to ever exist on this planet. I'm not kidding. I wish I was exaggerating because I thought I was going to avoid the bad landlord talk. Like I thought it would never happen to me. Yes, it will happen to you. As glorious as it sounded when I was going to move in and when I first toured this apartment in February, they promised me that all of these cracks and things that I saw when I first toured the apartment were going to be fixed by move-in, which was in May of 2024. I actually did move my stuff from my dorm into this apartment just so I didn't have to bring it all back to New York City. But then when I arrived back in August, nothing changed. As you can see by these pictures, there were cracks in the wall, there was weird paint jobs, there was chips. Some of the things in our kitchen had holes in them. I mean, the joints on some of our doors weren't aligned. It was absolutely a mess. And so I will say, if you're planning on moving into UMICH, there's 2 things that I wish I would have done differently. One, I would have made sure that I'm asking questions about my lease, how utilities are being billed, and what is actually expected of me to pay. And then number 2, I would have never moved in if I had the flexibility until all of these changes are fixed. I've already emailed the landlord and I've submitted tickets and I've contacted maintenance and all of that jazz, and they still haven't come to fix it, and it's been a week now, so I'll keep you guys updated in the comments if someone asks me in the future. But Ann Arbor landlords are notoriously bad, and don't think that it can't happen to you, because it can. I will say this apartment is actually a steal for Ann Arbor prices. Like, it's $1,600 for the entire apartment, which is relatively cheap for Ann Arbor, especially somewhere that's not too far from campus. So we did win a lot on that when we were actually doing the college and dorm searching process or apartment searching process. We saved a lot of money. Instead of spending $1,800 a room, we are paying $1,600 for the entire apartment, which is split across 2. So we're saving money. But again, the weird utility building, the weird holes, the way that our doors kind of get stuck when you open them. I wish I could show you. Maybe future me will insert a video of me trying to open their doors. As requested in this video, it is kind of hard to close these doors, and they do slam really easy when they do. And then when you open them, you hear that? Look. it's kind of sticky, and that happens for all the doors. So I don't know if you even heard it when I was showing you guys the closets, but they just make a sticky type of noise. I don't know how to explain it other than like you have to be here to really experience it. My door to my room that connects to the bathroom opens the wrong way, so anyone can just get into my room from the bathroom, but I can't lock my room from the bathroom, if that makes any sense. Things like that are just really weird. And so check your apartment, make sure that you're not moving into anything that's not finished, and of course, as always, check your lease. Make sure that you're signing a contract that doesn't legally bind you to some weird laws, some weird anomalies. And also, when you move in, if your house is in this condition, take pictures. As you can see, I took pictures of everything that was in this apartment, and I also made sure to contact my mom just so that someone else is on record. But my mom did come in, as I said, and cleaned up all of the dust, because if you see all of these holes, yes, there was dust underneath them, and it was absolutely ridiculous to see. But after my mom cleaned, we built that dresser. So I got these two dressers from Amazon. They were actually $40 each, and I love them. They're really easy to build, except if you did it like I did and built it backwards. So I was building for a really long time those two dressers, not because the instructions were hard to follow, but because I just lacked common sense to understand what a dresser is supposed to look like being built. So if you're going to build anything by yourself, try to visualize what it's supposed to look like while you're building it, just so that if you make a mistake, you can correct it earlier than later. I did not do that. I was like, this looks like it goes here. And then it didn't go there, and and I had to rebuild it. So I actually had to rebuild that dresser, the first one you see in the clips, 3 times. Why? Because again, I'm a little bit special, and I just didn't know what a dresser is supposed to look like being built. It is my fault. I will say it is my fault, but it's fine. But I love those dressers. They're cloth, so as you can see, they have a metal frame and a wooden board on the top. And then they're cloth dressers, so they're kind of like those ones you see in those cubic organizers from Target or IKEA, but they're just a little bit more, they have better material, and the front layer is wood. So if you put it all together, it looks like the whole thing is wood. But of course, when you pull it out, you know that it's a cloth drawer. I was able to fit all of my shirts, dresses, shorts, and like crop tops there, and pajamas, and then all of my miscellaneous like underwear, socks, and things like that in those dressers, and I bought 2 of them. So if you're someone who has a lot of clothes like I do, I actually ended up having like 6 bags of clothes when I moved in, which is absolutely insane. These were a lifesaver. I would actually buy another one if I had somewhere that would look good for another one in here. And it was just it was easy to build, really cheap on Amazon, and just kept my life super organized. So the link is in the description for that if you really do love them. I recommend them for anyone who's a college student and doesn't want to buy a big bulky dresser. So I've never had a walk-in closet before. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I had a small little apartment in the Bronx. My closet was the size of a shelf. Actually, I don't even think I've ever showed my closet because there was so much stuff in my closet that it was just always not aesthetic, like it was not cute. So having a walk-in closet for the first time was absolutely insane. It was so nice to see myself upgrading in life and also just have a lot of place for my stuff. So I decided that I was going to fold all of my pants and put that on the top level, and then of course put all of my, you know, shirts, dresses, small things in those 2 dressers. And then on the left hand side, or depending on what you're looking at it, right hand side, I had all of my professional attire, and then on the other side I had all of my, you know, coats and jackets and things like that. You can see in the clip though that we tried to put these rods in because before we set up the closet, we actually did not know that there was a rod or a place for you to hang in your coats on the back side of like the way the closet was built. That's fine. And then after that, I actually had my mom help me. She just put things in the closet, and then I was able to arrange them. My mom folded all my clothes. Love my mom for that. Otherwise, it would have taken me forever. As you can see, I was putting in all of these sweatpants, all of these jeans, and my mom folds really nice. She folds like, you know, when you go to like Home or like those fancy like Bed Bath & Beyond where they have all the towels, she folds like that. So that's why it's aesthetic. If you watch my channel in the future, it may or may not look like that. My mom's not here anymore and I don't know how to fold like that. At least I haven't mastered her wizardry. But I put everything in that closet, and it was super nice to have so much space. So I totally recommend that if you can get an apartment with closet space, get an apartment with closet space. After I had my closet all set up, I decided to actually put a mirror in there. I was going to get this standing mirror, and I think I still am, but I decided to opt for the mirror I already had just because spending money on things like that just wasn't in the budget. Actually, I could have easily bought it. It was in the budget, but I was feeling bad about spending so much money. I stopped myself, but you will see that in the future because we do have a decoration vlog or a decoration video coming soon, because even though, as you can see, I have some stuff from my dorm and I have some stuff that I already owned, this place is still empty, like empty to the touch. It's gone, really. But after that, after we set up that, the next thing that came was my bed. My bed was the worst thing to build. I don't recommend it. Hire someone to do it. Don't build it yourself if you can. But if you do build it yourself, you're a girl boss and you can do it. Like, you can build it yourself 100%, like I did. But if you choose to have an easy, you know, very demure, very creative life, don't do it. Don't do it. But I built my bed. It took me 4 hours and I didn't have any tools. So that was also on me. I built everything in this video with no tools. Why did I do that? Because I just was lazy and forgot to bring them. So was it kind of on me that it took me 4 hours and my hand got swollen, like my whole thumb was swollen? Yes, it is on me. But you will be different because I told you to bring tools, have someone else to do it, and also a lot of time. So you should not make my mistakes. If I see you make my mistakes, I will be disappointed in you. I will look at you and shake my finger. So shaking my finger to all of you freshmen or sophomores who are moving into their first apartment and they're like, oh, like, this was hard. Remember, it's me telling you, you shouldn't have done it that way. But I did it the actual, like, hardest way possible. I used the little Allen wrench thing that's like this small to actually build my bed. And then I used the what do you call it? The little screwdrivers. I used all the tools that are like mini and require so much manual labor to build my bed. But actually, I'm really glad with how it came out. Like, as you can see, I'm sitting on a bed and it's not falling apart. I will say, as I'm sitting on it, like, every time I talk, there's something moves over here and I can't figure out what the noise is. I think it's this. I think it's this when I move and talk that is slowly falling and making noises when I talk. I don't know why, but something over here is making a clicking noise. Does that mean the bed is gonna fall down? I'll let you guys know. But so far, I really love this bed. It has a drawer storage on the bottom. It has this nice cloth like texture on it. And then it has 2 pockets. I don't know why I'm reaching for the pocket. You can't see it. We're just gonna have to collect B-roll here. There's 2 pockets on the side for you to be able to store things. And then since it's not on the floor and it's not low, I can actually put things underneath. But because this apartment has so much space, I don't have anything to put underneath my bed. So it's empty right now. But trust me, as I go and I'm a gatherer, as some of you may know, I will gather things and put them underneath my bed. But I actually love this bed so much. And the mattress I got plus the bed was only $400. Like, the whole thing, the mattress and the bed. Both are linked in the description. This bed is firm. I love a firm bed. If you don't love a firm bed, this bed's not for you, but I sleep like a baby. It's also because I'm in Michigan, and Michigan just is like, I feel like it's the ideal place to sleep. It's cold, it's windy, the temperature sinks at the right time, and then the temperature rises at the right time, especially in the summertime. I don't know too much about wintertime, but I will say in the summertime, it's really nice. And so I sleep like a baby, and I totally love my purchase here. So again, links in the bio. But again, if you can have someone build it, have someone build it. Maybe, you know, get some tools, ask your mama, ask your dad to help you, because I also got injured by this bed. I don't know why I'm showing you, but if you could see right here, this little mark, the bed fell on me while I was building it, and it hurt. It hurt so bad. Like, it not only hurt my ego and hurt my self-esteem and really hurt my motivation, but it physically, like, scraped my skin off. So have someone help you. Unless you want to be a girl boss, then take your time. Don't be like me, who's really just trying to snap everything and, you know, get everything done. Take your time to build your bed. And then what I did was I also built my desk, and my desk came very late. It actually was the last thing to come. Building my desk though wasn't as hard, and I actually really recommend this desk. This desk I think was, the desk plus the desk chair was like $150. I want to say $150, $170. It wasn't cheap, like none of it felt cheap or plasticky or fake. So that's one of the things that I always look for when I buy things on Amazon is, does it feel like I paid $60 for this? And it did not. My desk chair, I think I paid $67. I think it was on sale though, so it might be a little bit more, as well as my desk. I think my desk was on sale. I got like $20 off of it, but I 100% recommend it because it has this little second shelf that you can put like your laptop and your tablet and devices in it. And it's also really long. Like I was expecting it to be shorter because it did say 48 inches, but you know, I don't know my inches. I have really hard time visualizing. If someone tells me something's 4 feet, I go, okay, if I'm 5 feet, 4 feet, and I'm always wrong. So I could not figure out how long this was, but it was actually the perfect size for a room. I wouldn't get it any bigger than this for your room, and I wouldn't get it any smaller for this. This is like the best size you can possibly get it. And I put in all my books. Set up my PC. I set up my laptop there. The one thing I will say that I don't like about this desk is it has no way to hide all of your wires. So if you're someone like me that just really likes things to look clean and minimalist and like empty, this is not the desk for you unless you can find a way to get all of your wires to go behind the little shelf that they give you. They give you this little shelf area. If you can get everything to go behind that, then you're winning. But I could not figure out a way to make everything fit behind there, so all my wires are on the floor. I'm currently troubleshooting some ways to hide those wires, make them cuter, or just like put them out of my sight, but that's my only knack for that. I would rate setting up my room and moving in and all of that jazz a solid 6 out of 10. I rated it 6 out of 10 because the drive wasn't bad. It was long, but it wasn't bad, and I stayed up the whole time. Setting up my room was the hardest part. Building the furniture was the hardest part because I did it all by myself. So again, ask for help, or if you're gonna be a girl boss, take some grace. Be calm. I wanted to set up my entire room like 4 days before school started, so I had some time to get used to it. So plan ahead, make sure you have some time. But I will say, once I put everything in and had the smell goods and the plugins and things like that, I really did love this environment and this space that I'm in. But now you're probably wondering, Kayla, where are we going to see the rest of the apartment? And I will tell you when I actually put some furniture in it. So you'll see that I was building my stuff. My entire living room was empty and my entire kitchen was empty, which means that we have 2 more parts to this series. Plus, I'm going to do a full dorm tour and a full dorm decorating tour, plus a full, well, I'm calling it a dorm, but I guess it's apartment, plus a full apartment haul of everything that I bought because I do shop really smart. That's coming very soon. But I just wanted to at least put this out so that, one, you guys have updated with what I've been doing in my life, like where did I be, like why did I miss an upload, things like that. Now you know I was moving into an apartment. But 2, I really just wanted to show you guys the process because a lot of people don't talk about the process. They just show you an aesthetic room and expect you to, you know, think that that's super easy to get, super cheap to get, and also like that they just, you know, have it like that. But realistically, it does take a lot of work and a lot of planning and a lot of, you know, spending sometimes to get your room to look like this. I think my total damage for furniture, again, was less than $100. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. So I did do shopping very well. And if you wanted to shop what I shopped, then I will put all of the links in the description. They will be like affiliate links because you can help a sister out if you decide to purchase anything you saw in this video. But it does take, you know, some building, and it actually is hard. So I always like to show you the real side of things. Before I let myself wrap up this video, I did promise you guys that I talk a bit about Welcome Week. If you guys want a full Welcome Week video, please let me know and I will totally get that for you. But Welcome Week is really just a time to party and make new friends. This was actually from my freshman year. This is kind of like the inauguration of, ta-da, you actually decided to come to University of Michigan. It's super fun experience. I totally recommend you go. As you can see, the full stadium is not filled, and you're probably wondering like, oh my god, is the class small? Did people leave? No, it was optional, so a lot of people did not come, but all of the raw students did have to come, so I guess it wasn't that optional. But I recommend you going to make friends. Again, partying was really fun. I actually learned that I hate partying, but again, if you want that video, I will go to the UMICH parties to give my review. But it was actually like super intense. It was my first time partying like that. And if you've watched some of my recap videos, you know I party in New York, but they're not the same. my welcome week as a freshman was super fun. I went outside. I got to know my roommate a little bit better. I recommend going. I recommend doing as much as you possibly can. And I totally had a great time. This actually happened the same week I moved in, so it was a hot mess to say the least. But I still had a great time, still going to some of the welcome week events that they had for sophomores, and also just recapping with some of my friends who I haven't seen in a really long time. Hopefully you liked this video. I decided to do a little bit of a different style. So if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me so much because I'm so tiny on YouTube compared to like the millions upon millions of people. And I would love for you guys to join the family, join the crew, and listen to me out, because I think I'm planning on doing a new series where I like talk to you about things like this candidly in front of a camera while I like get ready or eat my food. So I would love for you guys to join my family, especially if you love my energy. If you don't love my energy, then I'm so sorry that I'm probably the literally most annoying person on the planet. But if you watched this far, you sure you didn't love me? Or no, I'm kidding. But I'm gonna see you guys later. I actually have so many videos that I want to film and get to you guys, so I should probably stop yapping because I have to start editing. But I will see you all next time. Hopefully you love this video. Mwah, mwah. Bye everyone.
Waiting around for you to call back.